we turn into Victoria Street, we're to see the Albert Memorial Clock built in memory of Queen Victoria's late husband, Prince Albert. Clock tower originally cost £2,000 to build. Quite recently, we had to spend £2 million having a clock tower repinned of 175 feet. You'll see that the clock tower leans by about 4 feet off the perpendicular, and that's because it stands on top of the ridge to tell the right time. Really handy if you're late for work. We're going to turn right beside the clock, and as we do so, as we turn on your right hand side, we're going to see a huge pub, one of the oldest pubs in the city, dating back to 1711. Very unfortunately, it's not 1711 prices. And this is a little pub that my little friend Murphy drinks in. One day, Murphy was in here for a drink, and he went missing, and he never came home. And after about 4 years, his wife thought she better report him missing. So she went down to the local police station, and she said to the police officer, I would like to report my husband missing. And he says, well, can you give me a description? Can you tell me what he looks like? And she says, yes, he's about 6'6" tall, blonde hair, blue eyes, 56-inch chest, big muscles, and a wee boy standing behind his mummy, pulled her skirt, and he says, Mummy, that doesn't sound like Daddy. And she says, who wants him back? That's McHugh's pub to your right hand side. Then directly in front of us on the quay side of the River Lagan, you'll see the big fish, the salmon of knowledge. Do come down later on and have a look at it. All the scales that was installed 14 years ago at a cost of just over £14 million. It has cleaned the river up so much. If you look out directly in front of us, you'll see the Waterfront Hall, the Hilton Hotel, brand new apartments, over £750 million worth of investment has been brought into this part of the city since the river has been cleaned up. So the original £14 million spent on the little flag weir barrier was a very sound investment indeed. And now I want you to look out directly in front of us. We're going to see the Odyssey Arena. Inside here we have the WI, who, what, where, when, and why. Hands-on action, science for children, very good, so it is. Many restaurants, cinemas, bars, nightclubs, 10-10 bowling, and at the very end of the building we have our very own 14,000 sitting arena. We get all the big pop stars coming here now, the likes of Rod Stewart, Elton John, Dolly Parton. It's also from our ice hockey team, the Belfast Giants. We were going to call them the Belfast Bombers, but that didn't go down too well. And you can see how in the skyline you'll see the big glass dome goes around the brand new Victoria Shopping Centre. You can, of course, go up to the top of the glass dome. There's a lift. It's free of charge, and on a nice day we do have some very spectacular views overlooking the city. But before that building was there used to be no one talent. I mean, all they had to do was go to any bar in Belfast and say, right lads, a wee job here for you to do. Number one, we could have done it for nothing, and two, we could have done it in the dark, and it would have looked perfectly normal. That's what they did one Sunday morning, packed full of explosives. Everybody in Belfast came down to watch it, as if we hadn't seen enough bombs thrown here. Now I want you to look out to the front right hand side. You can see a large white building. That is the old High Courts here in Belfast. All that we can see, of course, you can possibly think of. Chinese restaurants, Italian, French, Mexican, you name it. It's all here on the Dublin Road. Some great bars on the Dublin Road. Here's one coming up here on your right hand side. You can't miss it. It's bright blue in colour. Wait till you hear the name of this bar. It's called Filthy McNasty's. There isn't anything filthy about it or nasty about it. That's just the name of it. Filthy McNasty's. Then another great bar coming up your left hand side is called the Points Bar. You get live Irish music, Irish dancing in here 7 nights a week. So that's Filthy McNasty's coming up here on your right hand side, and on your left hand side is the Points Bar. Walking around the very beautiful botanical gardens. In there you'll also find the Ulster Museum, Stephen History, First World War, Second World War, and of course the recent troubles here in Northern Ireland. And now I want you to look out to the front right hand side and also the front left hand side, where you see two of the best sporting bars in Belfast. It doesn't matter what sport you're interested in. Could be football, Gaelic football, tennis, golf, rugby, whatever your sport happens to be. These will be two of the best sporting bars to actually visit. Each bar has got about 10 or 12 plasma TVs in them, so you can go and watch whatever sport you might be interested in. As we go over the bridge, look to your left hand side, there you'll see the floodlights in the stands of Windsor Park, home to the Northern Ireland football team. Now you can see some of the flags here on the lamppost. You can see the flag of the United Kingdom, the British Union flag. You can also see the flag of Northern Ireland, which is made up of a red St. George's Cross, a 6-pointed star for the 6 counties of Northern Ireland. In the middle of the star, you see the red hand of Ulster, and above the star you will see the British crown. And the flag is made up of a white background. You can also see some of the loyalist paramilitary flags for the UPF, the Ulster Volunteer Force, and the UDA, the Ulster Defence Association, both loyalist paramilitary organisations. Now you'll see in just a few moments how quickly the flags are going to change from everything red, white, blue to everything green, white, orange, or green, white, gold for the tricolour of the south of Ireland or the Republic of Ireland. This is now because we're coming into what we call an interface part of the city. When I say interface, this is where Protestants and Catholics live in a very close proximity to each other. There are 76 interface areas in Belfast alone. In just a few moments we're going to see a very large roundabout and a motorway, and this roundabout and this motorway acts as a divide between the two communities. Not nowadays, but during the dark days of our troubles, it would have been practically on a daily basis for gun battles to take place across this roundabout. Very sadly, many people from both sides of our communities lost their lives at this roundabout. We're now just leaving South Belfast and we are now coming into West Belfast. We're now going to take you over to let you see all the murals on the walls You don't need me to tell you the story about the Titanic. You all know the story, of course. She hit the iceberg with a heavy loss, 1,522 lives. And you'll see the little garden in just a few moments. Nobody can see it. Thanks very much, lads. That's a little garden just immediately to your right. When we get back into stop number 1, there'll be another bus city in front of us, and if anyone would like to back out to the Titanic border or continue on with the rest of the tour, just simply hop off this bus and hop on to the next bus that will be in front of us. So all that remains for me to say is enjoy the rest of your stay here in Belfast. Have a safe and pleasant homeward journey home, and may your God be with you. Thank you.